Hello YouTube! I finally have the time to make another collection update video, so let's get started right away. This time it's again a bit Nintendo centric, but you will see. Okay, first of all let's start with some small merchandise that I've acquired recently. For example, we have this Dragon Quest... No, come on. Dragon Quest slime keychain. And we have a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Nintendo 3DS keychain. And Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is like a small cover for a 3DS for the console itself. And what should we do next? Let's take a look at this. This is something that's a bit more interesting in my opinion. It's a Diddy Kong Racing DS for Nintendo DS Lite cup or mug or however you want to call it. So it's quite interesting. And while we're on the subject, something similar. This is something I've never seen before. This is a bottle. Oh, come on, let me open this real quick. This is a Yoshi's Island DS bottle, which I've never seen before. You can screw this off, and then it's just a regular bottle. Never seen this, but I guess I'm going to put this somewhere in the cupboard, because I think the artwork looks quite nice. Okay, let's move on to some random games. First of all, we have Mario and Luigi. This is Bowser's Inside Story in English. This is the German version, which is called Abenteuer Bowser, but it's 5 languages in one. It contains the English language version as well. So that's nice. I think this is maybe the only game that I recently acquired from all the stuff I'm going to show you now, which is not sealed anymore. So this is the only one that was already opened, but as you can see, the game is in there and all the stuff that belongs there is there as well, so it's not a problem. Next game is Donkey Kong Jungle Climber. That's a game I've recently watched a review from Classic Game Room. Mark reviewed it and I thought it looked really interesting. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. This is, most of the games I'm actually going to show you now are Italian versions. But this means only the packaging usually is in Italian, because the games themselves are again 5-in-1 languages. So they contain German and English versions as well. Only the packaging is in Italian. As you can see, this is still sealed. So nice. Next one is Etrian Odyssey. Again, Italian packaging, but it contains the 5 languages. And it's still sealed as well. Don't worry about any noises you might hear in the background. Meowing, that's just the 2 cats that are fighting a bit in the background. Okay, next game is WarioWare Touched. Collection of micro games for DS, again sealed. 5-in-1 languages version. I think this might be the Italian version. It has Italian and Spanish, I think, and maybe Portuguese descriptions, but it is in all languages, so not a problem. Okay, next one is Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 for the Nintendo DS. Another sealed Italian version, Italian game. And then to change it up a bit, we have a Wii game. This is Super Paper Mario. Again, sealed. I've never played this before. Looking forward. Really curious about this. Then we have Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. This is the German packaging version. Also still sealed. I have played the game already. I finished it I think twice or 3 times. I have the GameCube version already. I played it on the GameCube. But I've seen some people play the Wii version and it seems to be quite okay. So I'm going to try this one as well. Next, why don't we continue with a Game Boy Advance game? This is a sealed copy of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. It's a PAL copy of the game. Still sealed. I already have this on my in my collection somewhere, I think, but it was sealed, so I couldn't pass it up. And here's another one I found. They were so cheap, I just couldn't pass them up, even though I've never heard of this one. I've heard of the series Jimmy Neutron. I've seen a few episodes, but I've never heard that there's a game called Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Megatron. Obviously it's a licensed game. I don't think it's very good, but the game is like new. It's not sealed, but it's like new, so... this is another interesting one. Sealed copy of Metroid Zero Mission for Game Boy Advance. That's a game I already have as well, but not in sealed or mint condition, just a regular version in original packaging. When I found these, I couldn't pass it up for the price they were offered, so I took 3 in total. I have 2 here now, because I already gave one away to a good friend of mine. I sold it for him for the same price I got it, basically. And I still have 2 left now, and I think one of them is going to the collection, and the other one I might use to maybe trade it for something else, or I'm not sure what to do with it yet. Then we have a copy for Game Boy Color of the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color. I still have never really played a Pokemon game except for Pokemon Dungeon, the first one. And this one is not sealed, but again, this is like new. Everything is still included. I already checked it. I opened it up. There's like a special limited edition Pokemon card included as well. Everything is still there. And what else? What should I continue with? Okay, what's this? This is a Nintendo DS, Nintendo DSi cover. A bag where you can put your Nintendo DS or DSi in. I already have a few of those for my Nintendo DS, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. Then I found a really strange game. At least the cover looks really strange. This one is Bomberman Max Red Challenger. I've never heard of this. Obviously I've heard of Bomberman and I have a few Bomberman games in my collection. But Bomberman Max Red Challenger, I've never heard of. It's for Game Boy Color, it's still sealed. And I'm still trying to find some information on this one. I don't know if I should even open this one up or if I should leave it maybe in the sealed condition. I will have to check. Next one, what should I continue with? There's still another Game Boy Advance game. Again sealed. This is Mario vs. Donkey Kong Part 1. I have played this game before. I like it. And for a sealed game I couldn't pass it up again. This one is Advance Wars 2. Black Hole Rising for Game Boy Advance. Another sealed Game Boy Advance game. I have played Advance Wars Dual Strike, I think, on Nintendo DS. I found it a bit too hard, but I think I might give this one a try, and maybe it's easier, or maybe I can get easier into this one. I'm not sure. I will see, I guess. Another really strange one. I only bought this one because it was really cheap. I've never heard of it, and the cover, I think this might be one of the worst covers on any Game Boy or Game Boy Color game I've ever seen. This is Ultimate Paintball. It claims on the back that it's just like the Action in the Woods. I've never heard of this, and from the screenshots it looks, I don't know, not like a pretty good game. This one is still sealed as well. I don't know if it's worth it to keep this one sealed or if I should just for the laugh unpack it and maybe give it a try. As I said, Ultimate Paintball. If anyone knows anything about this, please tell me in the comments. What should I bring you with? There are a few DS games left and these cute little punching gloves, which I don't know, maybe you can use them in a car, leave them dangling, but I guess I would get distracted, so I will put them up somewhere in my retro lounge maybe. And okay, this one, oh, I have another DS game that's not sealed anymore. This is Professor Layton und die verlorene Zukunft. It's a German version of the third, I think it's the third Professor Layton game. The difference here is that this one is already opened, so it's not sealed anymore. And it's one of those games that's only in one language. So this one is only in German, it does not contain English, Italian or anything else, which is a bit of a shame, but on the other hand, I know that the translations of the Professor Layton games are really good, and since I'm fluent in German anyway, I will play it in German. As I am from Germany and as I am German, I can play it in German, so it's no problem for me. I've never played any of the Layton games really before. I have another Layton game. I only bought it the US version of the 5th game, I think, because it contains the London Live bonus game, and I have never really played it. I think I haven't even mentioned this in the video yet as well. This is one of the many things I still have to do a video for. Okay, we have a few more DS games. Let's just start with this one. This is Picross DS, another Italian sealed version. I'm a huge fan of any Picross games. I already bought the Picross E for Nintendo 3DS, and I have the Mario's Picross on Game Boy and Mario Super Picross on Super Nintendo I played. So this one I'm looking forward to because I quite like Picross games of all kinds. And this means I will probably also enjoy Picross 3D, another sealed DS version of the game. Should be pretty similar, only the puzzles are in 3D, so I'm looking forward to this. Maybe it's a bit different. And what else? I found another Advance Wars game. This one is Dark Conflict on DS. Another Italian sealed game, but again it has 5 languages in one, so that's not a problem. I'm also looking forward to playing this because, as I mentioned before, I've played Dual Strike and it was a bit too hard for me. Hopefully this one is not as hard and will maybe introduce me to the series a bit easier. And I have 2 more games left and 2 small merchandisings. One of them is a Metroid Other M dog tag, or yeah, I think it's supposed to be a dog tag. And a small Nintendo keychain with the Nintendo logo. And for the last 2 games, one of them is this one, Dragon Quest IX. This is the, again, Italian version sealed, 5 in 1 languages. I think it's called Sentinels of the Starry Skies in English. I'm not 100% certain. I'm really looking forward to playing this because I still have to finish Dragon Quest 8, I think it was, on PS2. And I really like it, so I guess I will also like this one. And for the last game, another sealed DS version. This is Metroid Prime Pinball. I already own this game actually. This is the pinball game which comes with a Rumble Pack, which you can put in the Game Boy Advance slot of your DS or your DS Lite. I already own this game, but since it was sealed and very cheap, I had to get this one as well again, just for the collection basically. Okay, I think that's about it now. That's about all I have. At least from this one haul that I made. I still have a ton of other stuff which I have to do separate videos for. But for now, I'm through. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you know about the games, if there's anything you want to know, if you have any suggestions for future videos, if you have any suggestions at all. And I hope I will see you in the next video.